protrudes this way. Shoulders are flat. To get that extra stretch, put your fist in, push it. Breathe into it, hold on to that for about 5 breaths for me. Nice and slow. Yes, and shoulder, and hold. Okay, so up, pivot from the shoulder. The key is to relax this part right here. So don't just roll, because now you'll feel like you're blocked. Relax this part right here, so you can roll.
Roll the hips first.
Yeah. Okay. And turn over, hold, and then release the belly. It's not a plank. You have to release the belly. Okay. Do it. With the ankles and slightly push back to settle in back to your heels. Breathe, release the belly. Okay. So most of the time you want the belly nice and loose and expanding. Okay. So one more time. From here, you're actually gonna pull in. Don't go like this. And that's the frog position. Okay. So start from here. Now you're gonna put your ankles into a point and just kind of sit on that. Okay. It's nice and relaxed. You want your hips curved in and settled into the heels. Okay? And then you're just gonna breathe about 5 times. You're gonna lift yourself up. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. So slowly just kind of like glide horse down. But squeezing energy in strides. Okay. So I'm squeezing and lifting. So you should feel this activated when you do it. Okay? Let's try things. And hip, try to keep it flat instead of like this. Flat. Belly is released also. Because a lot of times what happens is like when we're trying to keep our hips flat, we flex the core and get lower. But improve on releasing that belly. Just try to keep it flat. Okay? Hold for a few. So, 1, 2, 4, 6. Seven. 1. 7. So I'm slowly adding little movements for you guys. Inhale, press down. Exhale, all the way, open up the joints. Open up the shoulder, open up the stretching that muscle. And then you release, just feel the natural pull of the tendons back. Exhale, push down. Good stuff. Stand up wider a little. Legs will push down while it's straight, so you should feel it on the hip, on the ankles. Push. And expand, expand. And release. Push. And release. Push. And release. Push. Point your finger, just circle it, feel the tendons. Bring it upside down. Feel the tendons, feel the fingers, focus on I'm not feeling. And release. Inhale. Push. Now from here, while the fingers are stretched, trying to touch the ceiling, drop and pull the shoulders down. And release. Inhale, push. Pull the shoulders down. And release. And release. Last time. Push. Shoulders down. And release. Okay. So this is the breath work that we rarely touch upon in Buno. I don't know if Buno already talked to you about it. It is called hingalay, which is the breathing part of it, right? Because you have to feed oxygen to those muscles, otherwise you'll control the pace of the grappling part, so that way you don't have to exert so much energy, okay? And the basic concept of the drill is also the push and pull exercise. I'm just gonna show you the pushing part. So in the pushing right here, either right knee or left knee. What I like to do is, since he is taller, I like to connect with my palm right here on this side, and this palm will settle here. So we both inhale, exhale, and settle. And what we're feeling here is each other's structure. So it's going to be that pressing pressure. Right? Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And then you apply a push. Inhale. And you apply a push. The key here is not break your posture. Inhale. So if posture is broken and he pushes me hard, okay, you push harder, push. That happens. Inhale, push, I push, I push, I push. I settle in, I push. Okay? So you want to feel that compression because that's what we're going to deal with. That's the actual struggle of Buno. Buno means to struggle or to wrestle, right? So.
Say that last part again, Mike.
Buno is to struggle or it means to wrestle. So the whole idea is if he's grappling with me, I don't want to struggle. I want to be relaxed as much as possible so that I can capitalize on what I need to do. If I break my posture and I try to push hard, he pushes, he takes me. So I'm struggling. I settle into it, I push, he push. I push, he push. Okay, so that's the first energy that we build is the push. So palm up, and one up. Yeah? Because I'm not using muscle, what I'm doing is I'm extending the joints open. Yeah, you see that, right?
Yes, sir.
Push it, push, hard, see? Push.
So by opening the joints, you're taking away what he has,
Yeah.
the frame to
Right.
push through.
So is that basically what we were doing with the breathing exercise when we
Yes.
would release?
Yes. That's why the hingalai part has been lost because Guru doesn't talk about it much, right? But that's the key essence in it when you do Buno exercises, right? So what I like to do is I like to go around and see the limit of that structure, right? So that you can gauge if you confront somebody like, oh, I think I can handle him, well, maybe not. For me, usually if a guy can bench about 400 pounds, then that's my limit. Push. 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 Yeah. There you go. Push. Push. That's it. Yeah. Slowly. Yeah. Push. Push. Good. Yes. Okay.
Aaron.
So, also question, if the other person's back leg is so extended that you're like against this post, how do you negate that?
Oh, I don't know. Good question. Something I have to go by feel.
Just you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push. So I have no extension there.
So it's,
Yeah.
You just rock the fence on
Right?
the post.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not extending.
It's kind of like what you were talking about with stances last night then too.
Yes.
It's how you connect through the ground.
Yeah, it's all about the connection. Because when I start feeling, you have to plug into your partner. And I don't like to say your opponent because you have to have that relationship with them. So if he pushes.
And I just realized I didn't record anything that we were just
You want to start from the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so if they're trying
It
to,
doesn't change.
if they're trying to pin your shoulder, a lot of times then you're gonna panic here because then now you're trapped. They're gonna start punching you or whatever, right? So the key is his principle here. The reason why the posture is strong is because you're flat on your back. It's spread out. It's got a nice triangular base, horse mounted or whatever mount. So if I'm using this, I feel him settling on me already. That's what I want. I absorb that, but I don't want to use. Notice how I'm still breathing and talking. You feel the resting of my breath.
So
Because I am
almost the
not
same
using
way, if
muscle.
my arms were up there, you would squeeze my elbows together, you created a springboard, you're creating that
Yes.
same springboard, but at the knees.
I'm using hydraulic system
Yes.
versus muscular system.
That's better to say.
One more time. Makes it easier if you do opposing. Oh, really good. One more time.
What do you mean by opposing? You're,
One's up, one's down.
okay.
you also kind of glommed onto the ankle
I
over
want
here
to
too.
kind of catapult you.
Sir.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if they're pinning the limbs. As long as you go by the method or the system. Somebody do it again, please.
Can you get you?
So I'm trying to basically keep calm as possible, even though my arm is right here. You notice how relaxed it is. I don't tense it up. See how he lifts up. Okay, it just lifts up. I cannot move him if he is flat on me. I have to elevate him just like a jack. You have to find that leverage, lift him up, and now you can maneuver. One more time. I'm doing it over and over so that way you're like, yeah, it can, it does work.
Do you see it as the box, Mike, with the
Because the
corner
box system
corners?
is where the hips are like one of the circuit chambers, knees and elbows are power distributors. That's why he's given all that to me so that he can stop me here. Yeah. Now you see why the exercise. Manipulate it, the weight distribution, and move it slightly up.
You're sitting right on my left
Now he'll pin my arm, right?
and
I'll
like,
pin my
I
arm
can't
down.
feel my hand.
Yes, sir. Back to circles.
Yeah. And then throws me down. He ends up on the mount. Pins me. I do my thing where I grab and I roll him. I end up here. Once you get here, get to the bar position. Push the bicep up. Slowly inch in your elbow, pin it down, and slide right back up. Okay, lock it up. So I go here, I move in, And again to my horse mount position. I stretch back. Don't stay here. That's too close. You can still grab and reach. Pull me back here. Okay? So as I'm still in the same posture right here, basic flexion, extended, shoulders are forward, so that if he tries to come up, I can guard, right? Close your guard. So I lean back. You feel that stretch already, right?
Sir.
See how I grip the guard? One more time. Because if the guard is right here, nice and strong, what they want to do is pin your hip down because that's the control point. So I don't want that. Lock it up. Doesn't take. See, it's hard to do that. Get back into your horse-mounted position. Watch how. Feel me push my back, right? That movement right there. Yeah. Watch him lift. See? So as I'm doing that, lock it up. Lock it up, lock up, guard. Nice and tight. See, he pulls with me. I make it easy for myself,
Elongating, yeah.
right? It's already open. See? Hide your position. Just heavy in.
Yeah.
Position. Feel the breath. Alright, it occupies the space. So that's why we settle in. So when you're contracting, holding your core, doesn't give effect. So let it all the air out. See? So watch how I move. I am massaging that whole body. Feel the weight distribution. Uncomfortable. On the head. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even doing techniques here, yeah? I'm not doing any compressions of anything. It's just body. See the positions? See it? It comes, try to control. Resist. Resist. I'll let him get tired. I'll let him struggle. Okay? That's the whole idea. So every time I feel him contract, when there's no breath there, I occupy that. And this is, you see this all the time. Jiu-jitsu does this all the time. You know why? Because you want to compress the air out. This is tiger. This is tiger. You feel a squeeze?
Oh, ow.
Monkey. Good. This is how we get to different positions. Feel that?
Sir.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just manipulating. What do you feel?
Pressure on top of my knee.
Okay? Because if you don't understand the manipulation and the theory of Buno, which is main chamber, hear that? Decompresses. So you learn how to breathe.